Well, he can't use it because Zed's banned, Freak.
Yep.
He will not be able to hit Deathmark.
I think it's a smart choice right there. The Kha'Zix, the Lulu, and the Evelynn banned away from XDG to at Smithy. One of them at Man Cloud. So Benny's going to say, well, you know, Cruiser had a really good Lee Sin game, so let's give that to Smithy here.
Yeah, I like that one because we just went over how good Cruiser did with Lee Sin. As we said, it's the champion that got him famous in League of Legends. Like to see him on something comfortable, and he is definitely much happier when playing that champion too. So, oh no, it's the wrong team. Dang it, Freak. Got me off track here. Smithy, same story here. Okay, Smithy loves Lee Sin too.
Yes,
all the same points are true.
All the same points are still true. Great champion, great player. Dignitas. Rush picks the Thresh here for Kiwi Kid, getting Sheep a little bit less comfortable on his champions. Crumbs also picks up Elise, so Dig saving their solo lanes right now.
Yeah, that's pretty common. I mean, Dignitas have the advantage of the last pick here, so they will be able to counter pick at least one of the lanes. Just going with jungle and support does not show anything. I like this start. It's very interesting, though, because Kiwi Kid has had so much success with Annie, whereas his Thresh play, he's definitely not, you know, he's not on like the Afromuic special level for Thresh quite yet. He did get that kill steal, though, that we just saw in the video.
It was a great kill steal. He didn't actually miss the flay. Crumbs lied in the interview.
Exactly. He did. That's how he got it.
Yeah, with the flay. There's the steal right there. XDG, though, picking up a different bottom lane for themselves. They just fought against Karma Corki. They're going to grab it here.
So, Karma Corki, it's a lot of damage potential, though, because a lot of the damage relies on skill shots, hitting all these skill shots. Corki's Phosphorus Bomb, yeah, it was buffed in damage, but it does take longer to hit. It has a little bit longer range. Same thing with Karma, though. You have to be able to land those Qs. However, we've seen if you land the first 2 or 3 of them in a row, then you can bully a lane pretty early here. So now it looks like they have become bans after facing Cloud9 and seeing Cloud9's favor of this bottom lane.
So we'll see what else Dignitas goes for. It's going to be interesting to see if they can keep the Thresh from doing much to him. I'm a Cutie Pie says, I'm going to play Draven here. Dig really picking a lot of champs that they just enjoy individually.
Yeah, and I said yesterday too, I really like this Thresh and Draven lane because they both like to get control of the lane pretty early and they both benefit greatly from it. Also, somebody tweeted at me, they have matching dances that work really well together, apparently.
Yeah, they spin their respective bladed weapons around.
So there's complete synergy right there. But most interesting in this section of the pick bans is the Jace with the improved tier. This has actually been banned a couple times against Dignitas.
Yeah.
Trying to keep that away from Cruiser.
Yep.
We talked about how much he loves Lee Sin. However, he's a big Jace fan as well. Strong poke champion for the top lane. It definitely changes the dynamics. It's not this standard tank up top, we're just going to have a regular team fighting team. Puts a lot more emphasis on poke here. Already with Thresh, Elise, and Jace, they have so much that they can do when they siege up.
Well, this is interesting, though, because XDG right now look at Trundle as the pick against Jace, and that's, I feel like, a fairly tough one for Trundle without help, because catching that guy is so difficult. In the mid lane, though, they do go for Ziggs to help wave clear. It'll defend some of the siege situations, let some poke back as well. So XDG, a lot of damage, but not a lot of engage tools for this team.
Yeah, they don't have any hard engage, really. It's going to be up to Smithy, Lee Sin to make a play. It's definitely easy for the rest of the team to assist him. Like, you can set him up with pillars and Karma speed boost, but it's still going to come down to, can Smithy make that play? Because otherwise, they have no hard engage. It's all slows here.
Yeah.
I guess you can call Karma's root a hard in CC, but not really.
You have a Lee Sin kick and a tethered root, basically. That's Satchel Charge. Zuna can knock, or not Zuna, but Mancloud can knock him back.
Yeah, Mancloud definitely really loving this Ziggs, though, because he's often put in the situation where their team is behind and he has to wave clear, so it's a perfect champion for that. Very good at defending and stalling out. This is a very similar team to Cloud9, where they ran very low hard CC, but then high damage lanes, high AoE damage lanes as well.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if they can keep the aggression on and kind of piggyback the aggressive Lee Sin jungle we typically see. Dignitas their last pick. Orianna again for Golden Glue. Decides Shockwave's aside, still wants to play that champion.
Yeah. Now, he doesn't have a really strong ball delivery system here. I guess Elise is decent at it, but it's not one of the preferred methods, so he will be a lot of the time setting up his own shockwaves, I think, and using the ball more for zoning and peeling because their team is so range heavy. and they're so poke heavy. I think it's going to be a lot more about zone control this time around from Golden Glue.
Yeah, Dignitas have 0 true tanks in the lineup. The only melee-ish champions are Jace, Elise, and Thresh. And even then, like, none of them build super tanky. So we'll see what happens with the front line here. We're going to see what you guys have to say about this game. Going to check the online predictions, and according to LOLesports.com, 86% say that Dignitas is going to take the first win of the day. XDG only 14% of the vote.
Not a lot of believers for XDG. We did go over the problems that they've had with all the swapping, and how swapping back didn't immediately fix those problems either. But Smithy on Lee Sin should be feeling very comfortable. As we said, he really likes that champion. It's going to be up to Dignitas. If they are able to deny Smithy the engage that he's looking for, I like this poke squad. I mean, they've got Orianna slows and Thresh boxes to disengage, and I mean, we haven't seen the Jace poke in a long time, but it's comparable to Nidalee poke.
Yeah, it is very strong, honestly. I think his laning phase is kind of comparatively better than Nidalee's would be. You've got some AoE, some pushing, kind of better auto attacks in general. We'll see what they can do with this one. We are onto the Rift, the Sheep family. I gotta say, I love all the guys with the sheep hand puppets, the signs up there. If you can hear them, they just yelled in the background.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'm a fan of you guys being fans. Sheep Nation is what they call themselves, to be specific. I don't know what it takes to be a citizen, but I trust XDG.
You have to own a barn.
It's the requirement. I wonder if there's a test.
No, you just... Uh-oh. A little bit of delayed invade here. I like how they are leaving Golden Glue up here. He can use his ball for scouting, and they haven't had to actually purchase any early ward here.
He's just dancing, though.
Yeah, it looks like it will be delayed invades from both sides. XDG did purchase early wards. They've placed them at the red buff, so they will be alerted if Dignitas do go for that late invade on the red. And this is a little bit of extra money that they've invested so that Smithy will have a good jungle early game here. They've got extra information over Dignitas. All right, try number 2 here, Crumbs. Might not have been playing Elise in a while. She did get nerfed, however, the range on the Spiderling did not get nerfed. So.
Yeah.
Oh man, try number 2. He needs to encourage.
Yeah,
he needs to encourage.
Cruiser checks.
Cruiser's got this one.
XDG. They actually opened 2 wards, by the way. Smithy only has, I think, 2 potions in his opening buy, because they have one at red buff and one on the top river. And judging by the opening items, that could only have been a Smithy and Sheep.
That's what I was saying, yeah. They're investing in the early vision to try and get good early jungle from Smithy. It is going to cost them in a little bit of HP.
So the whole team's here to help Smithy out. If you got a posse, you don't need potions.
Well, ManCloud is not part of the team then by Freak's...
Yep.
by Freak's logic.
There you go. He's off farming race the whole time.
Very interested to see what they do with Benny, because we've seen so many teams try weird things with their top laner. The top laners always feel out of place in these 2-versus-1 switches. They can't hang around the turret because they're probably going to get killed really early, especially if there's an Elise jungle. So they always have to find some extra farm in the jungle, try and get something else done, maybe push with the other team and go with a 4-man push. But this time around, it will be Benny just trying to find scraps in the red side jungle up here.
Yeah, they're doing a bit of counter jungling though. They took 3 of the 4 race. I'm guessing Benny only takes the big golem here, so maybe Crumbs pays for it later on. KiwiKid actually sharing XP though with Crumbs in the red buff here, which means no level 3 yet for the Elise.
Interesting. So they have the double jungle as actually the support, and their solo top laner was trying to soak up experience here with Cruiser.
Zuna goes good damage.
Zuna goes pretty deep there, getting some extra harass. I think this is the time where Cruiser might have to start worrying about that dive. Because Elise, I mean, even though Lee Sin is no Elise, can't get rid of the tower aggro, he definitely has the execute power. And Cruiser's going to have to settle for a mini golem.
15 gold, 1 CS on the map. Basically with a caster minion. Not too horrible. It's also going to let it respawn for Crumbs, so he's going to say thanks from across the map. Looks like the standard 3-on-1 setups, though, at the start of this game. ManCloud and Golden Glue going to be stuck in a 1v1, but Zuna, Sheep, and Smithy will take this turret down pretty shortly.
Yeah, it looks like they're about even on the timing for the turrets. Tapa is actually going down first.
Wow.
So
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, good damage there, but it was because, Crumbs and KiwiKid were jungling for the beginning part, so maybe they missed out a couple auto attacks. Regardless, though, both teams on pace here, and Cruiser has been finding small areas to try and leech experience from.
Yeah.
That's basically the new game for top laners. Benny's doing the same thing down bottom. Just trying to find little spaces in Fog of War where they can leech experience from minions dying.
And that's like the new common ward spot, too.
Yeah.
Oh, is he
no,
the
he stepped into vision.
All right, but...
Will they go for it, though?
They give up turret pressure if they did, so I'm guessing not right here. So XDG going for the turret rather quickly. I got to point out the Spell Thief's edge pickup for Sheep is helping him knock the turret down a little bit faster, even though Corki is honestly a very slow turret pusher.
That's one of the benefits for being the team that knows going into this, you're doing the 2v1 switch. Taking that Spell Thieves. You know, Thresh does not really benefit from it, so it's not really one of the items that he would want to start with. But yeah, that definitely gives an advantage to whichever team support can start with that item. And they also shove it all the way into the turret so that the minion wave will not be frozen super deep.
Okay, so both teams get the 2 turrets down. You got equal gold pretty much here. CS pretty equivalent across the teams.
I have to point out, though, that Dignitas did not do the same thing. They didn't shove it all the way into the turret. And if Benny wants to, he can keep that wave down there, freezing it. It looks like both of the top laners are actually going to be freezing the lanes.
All right, which means the duo lane is going to go to the mid. We're going to see Draven, Thresh, Corki, and Karma all going down. Barreling in. We'll see if the 4-on-4 does much here.
Yeah, another important thing to keep in mind if you're looking for 2v1 switches is the wave clear of your mid lane champion that you're choosing. If you're choosing a champion like Nidalee, she's not strong early for 2v1 switches. Orianna and Ziggs are both very good in this, though. The 3v3 mid situations that come up at 5 minutes because AD and supports are roaming. So they both actually have pretty comparable wave clear here in the mid. And it might be, the game will probably slow down here, even though we got after that nice quick boost with the extra 2 turrets going down.
Yeah. XDG actually slowed it down as well because the Orianna of Golden Glue recalled, and XDG had a small numbers lead, and they didn't even attack the turret. They kind of respected the QDPI Kiwi Kid engage and said, you know, never mind, we'll just trade minions for now. Small level lead for QDPI. We'll see if that matters much.
So the XDG 3-man squad here is just pure damage, whereas Dignitas have the advantage of, you have to worry about my death sentence. Somebody might die. You have to worry about my cocoon. If one of these things lands, then we can lock somebody up. So there's a little bit more kill potential there from Dignitas' side.
Yeah, well, looks like you're going to stay in the 3v3. The hook lands on Azuna. Good dissonance damage as well. Shield from Karma keeps him relatively safe. Gonna get some more wave clear in from ManCloud. Not too many concerns here for these guys.
Now,
trade gold.
With both of these mid laners highlighting their wave clear. Oh, the flash from Kiwi Kid!
Play the cocoon as well. Sheep not a good spot. Flash away from this one. The ability still come down. Shockwave lands on a ManCloud. TP comes in. Benny will join the fight as well. First blood goes over. Zuna's got nowhere to go as well. 2 kills picked up for 1. This is a great start for Dignitas.
Yeah, Crumbs also got the first blood there. He was just barely able to kill Sheep before he went down. Exciting little chase there. I said that there's the kill potential on Dignitas' side. We saw it in action. And it was actually because Crumbs got into that little bush and got some good positioning onto Sheep. And then Kiwi Kid with his flash over with the Flay. Point blank Flay, not going to miss that one.
The second time in a row, Kiwi Kid's gotten his team first blood with a flash like basic ability here. In like the same location on the map too. So, I gotta say, so far, Thresh questions being answered. We've seen Kiwi Kid hit a number of good hooks so far. Watch that again.
The other thing that we saw was both teleports were used. So yeah, they caught out Sheep. He has to use all of his summoners trying to get away. Oh, actually, that was another good hook, by the way, from Kiwi Kid that we didn't mention. But he got it onto Zuna. All right, there's the damage potential. Now Kiwi Kid, no flash!
And he's on the wrong side. Down he goes. Sheep secures the kill for the team. Put one on the scoreboard here. Looks like ward coverage. The attempt for XDG, they've got that over the blue.
All right, so they are going for the Dragon here. Down 1 member. Hard for Dignitas to contest this. Crumbs would go on a suicide mission if he went for that because he has no flash. Nice chunk onto Smithy.
QDPI 6 puts the ulti down. The smite comes in, but Smithy's one hit from dead. 320 bonus gold to I'm a QDPI. ManCloud forced to run away. Sheep still around.
No flash for him either.
Yeah, he's going down. Oh, Golden Glue takes the kill. It's fine. I guess it's okay.
Yeah, QDPI already cashed in, so that's fine.
You still get 50 bonus. It's been like a 56 gold bonus kill. Why would you not give it to him? Oh well. It's going to be taking the bottom lane minions right here. Dignitas down the Dragon, but hey, 4-2 in kills.
I have to say, the early Dragons are definitely a trap for a lot of teams because it's not worth that much money and it still does a lot of damage early game. It was just one little harassment move from Golden Glue that gave Dignitas the confidence to go in and clean up some extra kills there. Because they were able to get kills, they also got control of the map. And I have to say, I don't think that Dragon was worth it.
Yeah, unfortunately, 2 kills are worth about 900 gold in total. Early Dragons aren't worth that much. Absolutely. You can see
around the 600 mark.
Yeah, 625, I believe, is the lowest tier Dragon gold value. I'll get corrected at some point, but it's about right. XDG, Benny in the top lane, level 7 for him, 50 to the 49 minions of Cruiser's Jace. So now that they both get 1 recall and some items, I want to track how the lane goes from there. BF Sword, the first picket for Cruiser. So even though the tier changes went through, tier is not the common build for Jace.
Yeah, he's going full damage. He wants high impact poke. Not looking for the early tier to stack up. Now, blue buff, this is the second blue buff for both these guys. The third one is going to be a point of contention because, as I said, the mid laners are really the big wave clears for both these teams. And not only do they need it for wave clear, but Dignitas also, since Cruiser is not going with that tier, they'd like to eventually start giving blue buffs over to Cruiser so that he can make use of all this attack damage that he's stacking up, and he will be able to continually siege up. So blue buffs, we're going to have to watch the warding around those as the game progresses.
Let's see, these guys can keep controlling it. They're just on the bodies right now, so we got 3 minutes to go till they come back up anyway. Even longer in some cases. Sheep just making his way around the map. It's like a weird rotational game where Zuna's freezing the bottom lane, just getting some farm for himself and trying to keep that in a safe place. Smithy dodges hooks, doesn't hit the Q either though.
Yeah, see the difference between these two teams. Dignitas, they keep Cruiser in the side lane farm, whereas XDG actually switch over. They put a lot of their power into Zuna. This is an active choice that they're making right now, trying to get Zuna a lot more powerful. Pings down on the Kiwi Kid. They know he's there. He's got to be a little bit careful here.
Well, Crumbs, Smithy, he's going to jump in actually for a bit of damage. Crumbs needs the lantern, does take it. Kiwi Kid gets him out. Benny with the ulti on, puts a pillar. Some good slows, but they might not get much more for this. XDG does stop the push, though. They're still buying time for Zuna to farm.
They also are going to lose some tower damage, though. So because they drew him away from the turret, they drew Benny away from the turret, Cruiser with this BF sword is doing a lot of work on the turret. Now he's got to worry, though.
He's got a couple hits to go. It's going to take that down soon enough. So maxing Q, 3 points in hyper charge right now, the W. It's the normal build for Jace's here, for those wanting to pick the champion back up. Just keeping the acceleration gate at 1 point. Same for the ultimate. Smithy going to start off on this white. Level 7, going for the Lizard Elder, standard fare. Crumbs already has Golem, though.
That's also, because minion wave control is so important in these games where the towers go down early. I want to point out that Zuna, in his pushing down bottom, left the wave right before the tower. So it was an easy rotation for Dig to call. They send Cutie down there, and he's got a giant blob of minions just to soak up and charge up his adoration stacks. He can continue to just catch every single one down here uncontested. He's going to have another big payoff if he gets another kill later in the game.
And he's taking his time killing the minions as well. Now he wants to freeze the lane, keep it from pushing down, buy plenty of time right here. You can see him just, he pops a new axe just to refresh the duration on the stack, basically.
Yeah, he's at 100 right now, by the way. Back up. That was even after that kill reset it.
He's at happy place. 126, I believe, the count so far on adoration. Gonna see him move around, just chilling. Or am I just totally wrong right here? 100 something. We'll see. Zuna and ManCloud chilling in the mid lane. Let's see if they can put the push on. Of course, now that I'm a Cutie Pie stuck in the bottom lane, you say, okay, can XDG make a power play? They've got 4 guys here. Benny's coming up from the rear as well. Cruiser has TP. We'll see if he can join up. Hook's going to land on a sheep.
They can't go on it, though. Shockwave. This is mostly for wave clear.
Yeah, not much more, but they do stop the push.
Good 2-man defense there, though. It is going to be no ultimate here for Golden Glue. XDG, let's see what they can do knowing that, because they need to make a move. They've committed all 5 members to mid lane. Both side lanes are getting pushed in right now. XDG are losing out on gold as we speak. They need to make a move here at mid. If Dignitas can successfully defend this one more time, then it's a pretty big win for them.
Well, Dravenult comes across the map. There comes a Shock Blast, lands on a 2. Dravenult, he does not quite hit. More like whirling nothing.
Oh god.
I didn't have a good joke for not willing death.
You gotta think before you speak, Freak.
That's not my. It's not how I do things.
It looks like they're looking for a pick here in the jungle. Some extra vision would be very nice for Dignitas on the bottom side, because that's the vulnerable area for them. Having both turrets down.
Cutie Pie. Oh, Smith is gonna face check him. This is not good.
In?
One more attack to go. Oh, the flash! The flashback. Plus 356 for that one. There you go, man.
Cutie cashes in again.
153 stacks of adoration. Sheep, ManCloud, Zuna forced to run away just with a BF sword. These shock blasts from Cruiser are winning the map.
He's putting the BF in that BF sword right there. Big chunks out of 2 members. And now they've got complete control over this. They can easily take up Dragon. There's a huge wave bottom. So the next person coming out of XDG is probably going to have to clean that up. And they should probably lose not only this Dragon, but the mid turret as well. They really need Ziggs to come up big here. He's got his ulti. ManCloud's got his ulti.
Yeah, 0-0-2 right there on ManCloud.
Goes back to base though, because Dig do not show.
Yeah, the wave is gone for now, at least anyway. Cutie Pie taking a bit of punishment. Benny goes in with the pillar, but Cruiser's here for the backup. Kiwi Kid there as well. Looks like it's going to be the slight disengaged. Rocket's not going to hit. Shock Blast nearly takes Zuna off the copter.
Everybody putting all this emphasis on poke lately. Oh, there's the ulti.
Can we get rid of it? Benny, can he find another engage?
That was really close to biting his coattails. Now, everybody putting all this emphasis on poke teams lately has turned the LCS into, you know, the team comps very similar to ARAM team comps here as we get towards the 15-minute. And we just see 5 members mid. Everybody's just trying to throw out skill shots, wait till one lands. Do we get the good poke down? Then we can get engaged.
I mean, they're preparing for the future of League of Legends. You heard what Sneaky said about it. He said pick poke, get Jace, right? Get the Ziggs in there. He got banned in that matchup. They're preparing for the next season already.
All right, so seriously though, we do have to emphasize the itemization from Dignitas is also focused towards this 16-minute mark. 2 Bloodthirsters, those are great for taking down turrets. It's just pure damage that they're getting for Cutie Pie and for Cruiser. And they also have early Sork boots from both their mid laner and their jungler. So they're going for some pretty high impact mid-game here for Dignitas. They want to make the plays now while they have control.
Yeah, well, thankfully for XDG, they're catching up in some of these items. Unfortunately, Smithy is behind Crumbs right here, but you've got at least a T-Mat for Benny. You've got the Athene's at least done for ManCloud. Zuna's got his BT. They can fight back a little bit. This 3,000 gold lead showing in a couple of places overall. But honestly, neither team finding openings for a short time. Ah, he just dropped both axes. Shame on you. But yeah, it's just ManCloud. I mean, you said, right? They're the one who's behind. He's going to be the one wave clearing, and ManCloud continues to accrue minions. I gotta say, despite the fact that they're not having the best season, XDG, ManCloud is always able to find farm.
Yeah, well, he is Ziggs, and he is it is sort of ARAM, so it's pretty much Ziggs' duty when they're getting shoved like this to do the wave clear. So ManCloud pretty happy about that, but there's been a lot of time spent by, say, Crumbs and Kiwi Kid roaming through the jungles where they have not been doing a whole lot with the last like 10 seconds here. Crumbs has been sitting over there just biding his time, waiting for the time to go in. Cruiser though, he's the target down on the bottom side.
Pillar
not
comes
great
down.
Vision, so
Flash, the Q lands, goes in, Cruiser goes down. Nice pick up there, Benny Smithy. Making it happen.
Do they sacrifice this bottom lane kill for a mid lane though?
Oh, the hook on a ManCloud, the coot on a Sheep, Shockwave, flash by Sheep, but down goes ManCloud, box comes in, another kill goes through. Zuna the only one alive in this fight. It's gonna be no engage, though the hook! Ooh. Kiwi Kid playing awesome.
All right, Zuna's gonna try and defend this turret. It's very low, but he gets everyone off of it. Bottom will go down to XDG, so 1 extra kill for Dignitas. However, the tower is actually already down for XDG, so a slight win there if they can continue to defend the remnants of this mid turret.
Teleport for Benny, not gonna do too much, but force the lantern out. Zuna gets the rest of these minions here with his teammate, and it is gonna survive.
All right, let's watch again the mid play. Both of the skill shots land from Kiwi Kid and Crumbs. That was amazing. They both chose different targets and were able to get both of them right there. Instant couple kills. Zuna did end up flashing that hook that was about to go off.
Yeah, he was safe, but we're back now on the map. 3,500 puts Dignitas ahead. Cruiser did get ganked in the mid game, but
so
he's scaling up.
Yeah, look at the pathway through the jungle here on the red side. There's no red wards yet, and that's That's where Cruiser has to worry about. If he wants to push on this bottom side, they need a little bit more vision down there.
Well, unfortunately, XDG is already ready for that. You can see the pink ward was already placed. Smithy using that to push away Golden Glue as well as kill the ward he just bought. So XDG aware of that rotation, or aware of that push, and already preparing for it a little bit. Wave clear comes in from Zuna, not going to be enough. Mid turret goes down, Hook's going to land! Zuna has nowhere to go, lands the Valkyrie! Puts down the barrier, but it does not matter. Shockwave claims the kill.
Kiwi Kid just annihilates Zuna right there. Landing the hook into the flag. Good job by Golden Glue capitalizing as well. And the ARAM continues.
Benny puts the pillar down, hooked again, in comes the jump, not a lot of places to go. Kiwi Kid taking a bunch of damage, he is going to trade his life for this one, but they do get the kill in there in the end of it, and the mid lane siege still happening. Crumbs takes a Q, Flash Cocoon's not going to land, looks for ManCloud, some more damage comes through, doesn't quite do enough, Whirling Death just misses, but the mid turret does go down.
I have to say, if that was pre-nerf Elise, I think that's a dead ManCloud. Really close right there, though. Crumbs goes all very deep for it. Not able to finish him off, and neither is Cutie Pie.
Doesn't quite land that one, but 305 on Golden Glue, 303 on Cutie Pie. Great.
This is the best part, though, because you know that he's going to go right for the Valkyrie. So Kiwi Kid queues up the flay, and then Shockwave kills secure from Golden Glue. Gets through the barrier. He actually needed to use everything there because Zuna could have waddled, or what kind of...
Float?
Yeah, float away.
Copter. Is copter a verb?
No.
Okay. Then fly. Yeah, just fly away.
We're getting a little fancy here. Just keep it basic.
Hey man, copter's a sweet word, all right? I'm making it a thing. Copter is now a verb.
Oh. There's two members going for the blue buff here. So well timed from Dignitas. Taking Dragon first.
Good pickup there. Dragon goes to Crumbs right here. The ward's going down. So a 5-kill lead and man, 6,000 gold. Nice shock blast hits ManCloud as well. Now, I want to point out actually, because we've seen the replays of it as well. So we talked about sort of new players a bit with like Golden Glue and whatnot, and Dignitas picked up Cruiser and whatever. But Kiwi Kid, new to support, had a very rough season as a top laner last year, and is playing.
Oh wow, that's how you steal something.
Well, there you go. Cruiser making it happen.
Smithy has been schooled.
Yes,
by Cruiser.
Nice. But yeah, I just gotta say, like, Kiwi Kid's having such a phenomenal year so far. Newly to support role, not even on the same side of the map as he was before.
Yes,
but
Kiwi is doing outstanding.
Real good player.
I questioned his thresh at the beginning too.
Yeah, we're unbelievers.
Shame on me.
Right? Never doubt the Kiwi Pie. Benny pushing up the side lane. No one's there to stop him at all. So XDG at least finding some things to do across the map. Trying to hold on to what gold they can. Sheep losing about 40% of his health from a shock blast. Bloodthirster, Brutalizer done for Cruiser. Gigantic damage available to him.
Crumbs going with the team build as well. We see another Locket coming out. Very rare that we see that Locket, but they take the opportunity. Benny's up top. They force this Baron. Teleport's available for Benny, though.
Well, we'll see what they can do with this one. The damage still coming through. Crumbs taking a bit of pain. There comes the Ascension. Use Smithy on the backside. Kicks him back. Gets away from the hook. And Hip Turret is dead. And Benny is still pushing.
Oh, not worth it for Dignitas. Even if they could catch Smithy, it wouldn't be worth it. They give up on the Baron. They lose the inhibitor turret.
Wow. So Cruiser finally shows back up. But yeah, 2 turrets for nothing. The split push XTG is working. The root not going to land on a Cutie Pie. He's got to back off. Zuna putting some damage in. The Lantern's still there. Cutie goes back to behind his turret.
Yeah, great performance under pressure here from XDG. They force Dignitas to make the call. It looks like the engage comes, but a disengaged pillar from Benny just in time.
And a great minefield set off Kiwi Kid and Crumbs from getting able to jump in as well. ManCloud made a good decision there to put the E in that location. The rest of the team's going to back off here. Still 5 kills down, but clawing their way back in is XDG.
Yeah, Dignitas cannot afford to make that same mistake again because the inhibitor is exposed now. If you're going to give up on that Baron and go for the kill, then you have to make sure that you can actually kill the person. Lee Sin's a very slippery character. Even though Smithy's hasn't started out that great, he knows what to do with Lee Sin. It's very easy for him to jump away.
102 CS going towards a Randuin's Omen as his first big item off of the jungle build. See if he can tank things up enough. The ball comes out nearly Cocoon's Sheep. Shock Blast gonna hit though. I gotta say, Cruiser's accuracy with these is rather high. You can really tell he plays a lot of Jace.
And definitely happy with that pickup. Has worked out for them so far. Even though, by the way, we're talking up this XDG play that they just made, they're still definitely down in gold. So when you match up like this, 4 versus 5, or even if it was 4 versus 4, Dignitas have the extra firepower.
And Benny still has teleport, though. He's been pushing the bottom side, forcing a couple of recalls, actually, to defend the inhibitor.
Yep. Said they can't make the same mistake twice. They don't even want to let him get close this time. Inhibitor actually going down would be devastating. That's the farthest one away from Baron. Then it would flip the tables, and Dignitas would have to be fighting for this vision around Baron while defending an exposed inhibitor. Very difficult to do.
Yeah. Well identified by XDG. They realize Dig goes back, and so Sheep wanders out across the map, takes down a pink ward, getting himself 30 gold, upping his CS to 17 here on the map. He's got Sightstone going towards Mikhail's. I believe that's a completed Frost Queen's claim as well.
Yeah, I like the Moby boots on him too. Get around, clear wards quicker. Place wards quicker as well. It is indeed the completed Frost Queen's claim. See if Benny can actually make this bush gank work. Because Cruiser's got his flash up. So he's got some pretty good disengage. Is Benny even still in there? Oh, there he is.
It's Benny. Well, wise choice. You're watching a VOD's a Fnatic, and you're like, that brush could have people in it. Back out. The troll hiding not under the bridge, but in the leaves. It's going to be ManCloud.
Grass? Grass count as leaves?
Sure.
Yes.
We're going to go with yes. We're inventing
We
science
need a botanist,
here.
please. Cutie Pie. Pretty dangerous player. They've got a little bit of warding. Oh, I guess he sees everybody mid.
Yeah.
So he's able to get that.
It's a turret kill. We'll see if Benny can actually lifesteal up enough to do okay in this fight. He's getting some health back, but giving respect to Cruiser, giving respect to Dignitas being partially off the map here. Looks like this red team is grouping towards the top side. Blue buff is their consideration right now.
The blue buff focus here. They would love to make Smithy smite it. They don't even want to steal it. That's fine, as long as they deny it from ManCloud. Even though Dig don't get it. Victory for them right there. It's not going to be a Ziggs blue buff that they have to deal with.
Keep in mind, only Benny has TP right now. Cruiser does not have it.
He's going to have to keep vision then, because Jace can interrupt, but you have to be pretty dang close.
The hook's going to land on Smithy. Cutie Pie's going to go in for this one. Jace on the wrong side of the map. You've got Crumbs on the side, gets the Q in the face. Smithy gets Cocoon. The hook comes through after the jump. This could be Smithy going down. He does. Crumbs picks up the kill. Zuna forced to run away. Crumbs on the chase as well. The run across the map. Cutie Pie, 448 for the kill on that one. Getting rich through these. Big fight for Dig.
Landing, Cocoons landing, people dying. That's the story for Dignitas here. 2 members down, no smite available for XDG. Another Baron call. This time Benny's not in position to go for that inhibitor. He would have to run really far to get up there and try and answer. Looks like the pings are actually down on Dragon. Benny gonna try and solo it, but he doesn't have a smite either. Dig could easily rotate down there after.
Well, Baron Asher does go down to Crumbs. Benny's starting it. He's getting help from Sheep as well. Watch those hooks again.
So the hook lands, and they get some good harass. They blow his flash. Then Crumbs comes in, and even though Smithy sees Crumbs, hits him with the Q, another hook from Kiwi Kid, and then the play. I just feel like every Thresh that we've been seeing in the LCS is amazing. We've seen so many plays come from this champion. Who actually ended up with that dragon?
I think
Jace was heading over there, so I don't know. I'll give the credit to Benny.
I'm almost certain.
But Cruiser was heading down there. It's possible.
Oh, Smithy's going to grab himself the big golem here. He got a 7.3 thousand gold, putting Dig ahead. Pretty substantial margin here. XDG still just trying to scrape together what farm they can. ManCloud has his death cap done now, and he actually has a second Doran's Ring. I forget when he actually grabbed that one, but it will give him some extra mana regen when he's wave clearing. So even if blue gets stolen repeatedly, he has a good chance of killing off the minions.
Yeah, however, Golden Glue is a full needlessly large rod above ManCloud right now.
Yeah.
So he's got power. He doesn't need the mana regen because they control blue buffs. And he doesn't have to deal with his jungler having to smite his blue buff because of an invade. Golden Glue very happy about his situation.
I gotta say, I'm sad that Cutie Pie isn't buying any Yomu's Ghost Blades anymore. It was his Lucian build. I've seen a couple of Dravens by it as well. But he's just going, you know, standard. Grabs a cowl, he's going towards Infinity Edge. I don't know. I like seeing it.
High DPS build here from PewDiePie. If that is going to turn into an Infinity Edge, that other pickaxe, which in all likelihood should definitely be an Infinity Edge.
Kitsu's Rage Blade.
He's going to have huge damage towards the end game. And it looks like he's also going to be building up that Banshee's Veil. So, Draven, extremely scary.
But honestly, Dig taking their time. They're sieging up towards the mid lane. They're getting most of the lanes under control, and they're basically letting Benny push for a while.
Yeah,
they're on a short clock every time, but
remember that they do have a teleport. They could have Cruiser go over there, but they haven't needed him. It's very impactful for Cruiser to be with the rest of the team to throw out the Shock Blast, and then once this minion wave gets close to the inhibitor, they actually can afford to send him back. Dignitas are the ones with the kill potential. Again, they've got those skill shot CCs. However, they have lost sight of Benny. You need to play more cautiously. Could turn into a 4 vs 5.
Yeah, he's going to show back up for the bottom lane, though. Cruiser is going to be defending him here. And honestly, without that poke, like Dignitas playing much farther back, they don't quite find the openings. Of course, there's wards down that spot. Cruiser on the side, or Crumbs out on the side. Top lane not pushed into yet. Mid lane they're going to try again, but the wave clear, we'll see how good it is from Man. Cloud Hook comes through, not going to land. Bit of damage from Crumbs. Dignitas are slowly working down the turret. Lost about a quarter of its health now. The rockets come through, but just don't do that much.
Now, in a lot of these poke comps where they're running Elise as their jungler and a shorter range AD carry, Elise actually puts down just as much tower damage as the AD carry would, or even sometimes more, because it's much safer for her to get into that range, often building more tanky, as well as being able to rely on Repel. Teleport coming in from Cruiser. They want to make this tower count. Oh, they don't
get it. Gonna go down. The fight's gonna begin. Benny flayed into the team. Corki did fall down. Kill picked up for Cruiser on this one. Gonna see if Dig can keep moving the inhibitor now in a 5 vs 4. Baron buff still on them. Mid inhib is gonna go down 31 minutes in. Hook's gonna go out, not quite landing onto Sheep. Gonna shear him a little bit, but he's all right. Just some wool missing. Gonna move on now to the top lane. Inhibitor turret, that's gonna go down as well. Shockwave finds Sheep. Couple hits from Dead. Q comes out. Flash is gonna dodge some of it. He's still gonna go down. Looks like it's gonna be Draven picking up the kill. 5-0-4 for PewDiePie. 2 inhibs dead now, pushing for the Nexus.
All right, Dignitas, well-played game this time around. It looks like they won't be able to finish it just yet, though.
We're gonna see Crumbs forced towards the back. The Q.
Whoa,
stand aside. Stops Smithy. Can they find anything more here? Benny going around the box, looking for the next engage. Distance not yet landing. The acceleration gate. Gonna get Dignitas out of there. Picking up kills, no deaths. 2 inhibs.
Yeah, not able to end it yet. 2 inhibitors down, though. It's pretty big. As soon as they go back and buy, they'll probably resume the assault on XDG's base. We just saw our first glimpse of a couple panic spells from Kiwi Kid there. He had the Q from Smithy on him, so he threw up the box and play as soon as he was able to. But Smithy didn't decide to take the Q. And Kiwi Kid gets away with his life.
And Kiwi Kid's going for a bit of a tankier build as well. Giant's Belt picked up onto the man, so it's going to be a bit tankier of a Thresh. The Locket Haunting guys, Ancient Golem, Elise from Crumbs is just big enough to go into the front line and weather the storm for the most part. He did get out with a Lantern in the last fight. Cruiser is going full squishy. Armor Pen build to fill up here. Adding the cooldown boots and then the standard Armor Pen items off his Bloodthirster, so very Shock Blast focused.
Yeah, now who are they going to give this blue buff to? Because Golden Glue's sitting by it too. They got Cruiser and Golden Glue.
It's a competition.
Pinged for it.
Who can secure it?
Away, yeah.
Cruiser does.
There you go. I mean, he's the one. He does not have the luxury of an Athene's. Whoa, they have 2.
He already had it.
2 blue buffs, Freak?
Yeah. It's blind pick. It's the only way.
All right, so resume their assault on the bottom side. They will get reinforcements from those super minions, and Dignitas look to be ending this game pretty soon.
Now they look down for the bottom side. Cruiser does have acceleration gate max. You can get the team in and out a little bit quicker than before.
Yeah.
I'm going to move in now for the bottom lane inhibitor turret. Damage comes through, down to half HP already. Benny puts the pillar down. Hook, not quite going to land. Ziggs Bomb comes in. PewDiePie losing his Banshee's Veil. But that turret is like 3 attacks from gone.
1, 2.
You owe me another hat. All right, here we go. Bottom inhibitor. The siege has begun. Dignitas 5-on-5. Inhib not even going to get stood for. There it goes. Cutie Pie takes the inhib. Man Cloud, Satchel retreat. Gonna run back towards the base.
Oh!
Golden Glue kicked into the team, but maybe too little too late. The lantern comes out. He is safe. Benny goes down. Golden Glue is alive. Shockwave secures the kill out of Xmithy's. A bit of repayment there. Down goes Zuna as well. 3-0 in the fight so far. Man Cloud, the R comes out. Another kill for I'm a Cutie Pie, and this is going to mean the Nexus. 34 minutes in, Dignitas secure 4th place even more.
Solid performance there from Dignitas. And they picked the poke comp that had a lot more kill potential because they had hard CC that they could land. And that really turned out to be the difference. They just waited around long time at mid lane until a couple of those things land.
The crowd really getting behind Dignitas for that game as well. Just when Golden Glue sat down, a cheer came out, and they're like, all right, Dignitas, all right, Golden Glue. And I mean, he had a 0-death game, 4-0 and 10. Better shockwaves. The crowd behind the whole team, of course, for a great performance. The 6-0-7 Raven for I'm a Cutie Pie, also a great performance here.
Yeah. Did you see that last kill?
Yeah.
The zigs in every skin. Does he kind of, his death animation looks like a balloon that's sort of been popped.
Yeah.
He flies around like that.
Yeah, he always actually flies around.
Every single one?
Like he's a misfired firework.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I enjoyed it.
It's great. It's one of the better death animations. I die as Ziggs on purpose just to watch it.
Yes, on purpose.
Yes.
That's how Freak dies.
In co-op versus AI, never in rank. That would be silly. I don't want to get reported. Yeah, so Dignitas showing, of course, a great result there. 34 minutes, fairly quick game. Pretty standard, I suppose, actually. And yeah, to come out with things that are a bit unique to them, right? Draven, aside from Cop, no one plays it that much aside from I'm a Cutie Pie. It's kind of his signature champion. The Jace, I feel like it's... Was that one of the first picks that we got, actually? Have we yet to see the Jason?
We did see it in Champion Select, but it was banned.
Yeah.
I don't think we've actually seen it played.
Yeah. Well,
at
it
least
came out
not by him.
Came out very well, 2-1-6. You know, stuck in a 1v2, wave cleared the best he could, lost 2 turrets because you're gonna in the 3v1 setup. And then, yeah, transitioned into the game, sat there in the lane, put the pressure down, protected the split pushes, landed it.
Let's bring up a replay from that mid lane, because most of this game happened in the mid lane. Everybody was grouping up for the poke wars. Let's roll this one through. And remember, Crumb spent a lot of time waiting in this bush. This was actually just after Cruiser died down bottom. They go in, they land a cocoon and a death sentence on 2 different targets, which both end up getting them kills. So Dignitas really making those skill shot CCs work for them in the tower dive. Now, they weren't able to get Zuna right there because he flashes away.
Yeah.
But that was 2 kills for them, and they gain control of mid lane.
It was still a sweet no-look hook, too. He was like running backwards and goes like, I see Zuna behind me. It was sweet looking. If this was like an
Good
action
sound
movie,
effects, too.
It was. I'm learning from Zyrene, man. The sound effects make the game better. It's just how you do it. So, I mean, what else can we say about Dignitas? They're in the playoff race for 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
4 or 5 is really where they want to end. They've shown that if they play Curse,
Because 4 and 5 play each other, right?
Well,
so
yeah,
it's very similar.
You get choice of side, which can be very valuable for teams if you have blue side strats like CLG in Season 2. But honestly, yeah, like so Dignitas, right? They've shown they can beat Curse. They did that yesterday. They've shown that they can beat Coast. Yeah, they can show they beat XDG, but they won't play them in the playoffs. They've shown that they can beat Coast, though. Yeah. If Coast takes the 4th, 5th spot right against them, they have a winning record against these guys as well. Dignitas right now are on a roll. Like we heard what W11D2 said about CLG. Said we don't care if we started out badly. If we know we're strong at the end, we're okay hitting playoffs. Dignitas right now are able to take on all comers going into playoffs.
What we're really looking for are teams from the bottom 5 that are able to actually take games off the top 3, though.
Yeah.
So Dignitas is going to run into their real test. If they can take a game off TSM, Cloud9, or CLG, that's when we know that this was a good change with Golden Glue coming in.
Yeah.
This game, it did look pretty good. You know, he definitely performed a lot better on Orianna this time around than last time. I don't think he had any completely whiffed shockwaves.
Not that I saw. I mean, they would maybe not deal a whole like crap ton of damage, but overall, like he hit